students, how are you? Hope you are all safe at home. This is Sridevi, social teacher, KGBV Pendlimari, YSR Kadapa district. Right now, we are in 8th class, first chapter, that is reading and analysis of maths. In last two sessions, we almost completed the lesson. Now we have less content to complete in this class. Before going to the class, we have to recap the last class. In the last class, we are discussed map making at the time of colonization. When Britishers ruled India, they started making detailed maps of the interior of our country. The Britishers established a department called Survey of India. In the year 1802, William Lambton started one of the most important geographical surveys in the world. Sir George Everest concluded the survey and recognized that Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and Mount Everest was named after Sir George Everest as he was the first person to measure its height. And the map making was also in great demand at the time of wars. These are the main points we discussed in the last class. Okay, children, let's start our today's class. In this class, we have to discuss about thematic maps, conventional symbols, relief features, contour lines, atlas, aerial photography, and satellite imagery. There are different types of maps out there, like physical maps, political maps, maps which are showing heights, rainfall maps, temperature maps, etc. Children, what is a physical map? A physical map shows land and water. On a physical map, you would find things like the elevation of the land, mountains, rivers, deserts, and much more. What is a political map? A political map shows borders and cities. It is the map that comes to mind when most people say the world map. It shows the outline of a state and the destination of a city. Next, what is a thematic map? A thematic map shows one theme, that is, one topic. Common themes for these would be precipitation, vegetation, industries, languages, population, and natural resources, etc. These are the different types of maps. Let us know about thematic maps in detail. Thematic maps. A thematic map is a type of map or chart especially designed to show a particular theme connected with a specific geographic area. These maps might represent physical, social, political, cultural, economic, sociological, agricultural, or any other aspects of a city, state, region, నేషన్ ఆర్ కాంటినెంట్. థీమాటిక్ మ్యాప్స్ అనేవి ఒక విషయాన్ని మాత్రమే సూచిస్తాయి. ఉదాహరణకి నైసర్గిక స్వరూపము, ప్రజల ఆర్థిక కార్యకలాపాలు, ప్రజలు మాట్లాడే భాషలు, రాజకీయ పటాలు, వ్యవసాయ పటాలు, అక్షరాస్యత పటం మొదలైనవి. ది మెయిన్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ ఫిజికల్ మ్యాప్ ఈజ్ టు షో ల్యాండ్ ఫార్మ్స్, వాటర్ బాడీస్ లైక్ lakes, rivers, and oceans and other geographical features which include mountains, deserts, and lowlands as well. Let us know about landforms and water bodies. Valley. A low area of land between hills or mountains. Hills. A naturally raised area of land not as high or craggy as a mountain. Mountain. A large natural elevation of the earth's surface rising abruptly from the surrounding level called mountain. Plateaus. An area of fairly level high ground upland, tableland, elevated plain, highland called plateau. Cave, a natural underground chamber in a hillside or cliff. Canyon, a deep gorge, typically one with a river flowing through it. Glacier, a slowly moving mass or river of ice formed by the accumulation and compaction of snow on mountains. Coast, the part of the land adjoining or near the sea. Bay, coastal body of water that directly connects to a large main body of water, such as an ocean, a lake, or another bay. Island, a piece of land surrounded by water. Volcano, a mountain or hill, typically conical, having a crater or vent through which lava, rock fragments, hot vapor, and gas are or have been erupted from the earth's crust. Waterfall, a waterfall is an area where water flows over a vertical drop or a series of steep drops in the course of stream or river. Lake, a lake is an area filled with water that is surrounded by land apart from away any river or other outlet that serves to feed or drain the lake. Ocean, an ocean is a large area of water between continents. Oceans cover 72% of our planet. Continent, any of the world's main continuous expanses of land. Europe, Asia, Africa, North and South America, Australia, Antarctica. These are the continents. Delta, this occurs where a river enters an ocean or sea. Plain, in geography, a plain is a flat sweeping land mass that generally does not change much in elevation. Desert, a desert is a barren area of landscape where little precipitation occurs and consequently living conditions are hostile for plant and animal life. About 1/3 of the land surface of the world is arid or semi-arid. These are the landforms and water bodies. The political maps give information regarding countries, states, capitals, districts, mandals, etc. India, due to the vast of the country, it is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. They are Andhra Pradesh, Amaravati, Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar, Assam, Dispur, Bihar, Patna, Chhattisgarh, Naya Raipur, Goa, Panaji, Gujarat, Gandhinagar, Haryana, Chandigarh, Himachal Pradesh, Simla, Jharkhand, Ranchi, Karnataka, Bengaluru, Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, Maharashtra, Mumbai, Manipur, Imphal, Meghalaya, Shillong, Mizoram, Aizawl, Nagaland, Kohima, Odisha, Bhubaneswar, Punjab, Chandigarh, Rajasthan, Jaipur, Sikkim, Gangtok, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and Telangana, Hyderabad, Tripura, Agartala, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, Uttarakhand, Dehradun, West Bengal, Kolkata, and Union Territories, Andaman Nicobar Islands, Port Blair, Chandigarh, Chandigarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Dayu Daman, Delhi, New Delhi, Lakshadweep, Kavarati, Puducherry, Pondicherry, Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar in summer, Jammu in winter, Ladakh, Leh. These are the states and capital cities and union territories of India. India is world's largest democracy country as its citizens come together and elect their own government. There are two levels of government, the central and state. The central government administrates the entire country, while the state government decides on the matters related to individual states. Indian territories are governed directly by the central government. India is indeed a country of diverse landforms and cultural diversity. Land use maps that show the use of lands. Suppose in a village, some parts of the land is utilized for raising food, crop, while some other parts are for residential purposes. In a land use map, different kinds of symbols, colors, and patterns are used to show different purpose of land usage. The table on screen shown the color code used to represent the land cover and land use in maps. Dark green for forest, light green grasslands, brown land useful for agriculture, yellow cropped area, dark grey mountains, light grey hills, yellow plateaus and swamps, light red wastelands, light blue tanks, rivers, canals, wells, etc. Dark blue seas and oceans, white places where minerals are available, and black is for boundaries. These are the color code used to represent the land cover and land use in maps. Maps can be used to show the population of continent or country or state. Population density maps are those maps which are used to show the population through shading. We first estimate the total number of people living in a place, then we measure the area of the place and then divide the number of people by the area of the place. For example, if area of the place is 100 square kilometers and 10,000 people live in it, then the population density of the village is 100 per square kilometer. Now let us look at the different conventional symbols used on maps. Map makers generally use their own symbols, but some symbols are used conventionally by all the map makers. The symbols help us to understand the information given on it. They are small pictures that are often drawn to look like what they represent. For example, a triangular shape is often used to denote a mountain. A desert is often shown by a group of dots that might look a little bit of like sand, and so on. As you know, maps used for recording and showing a variety of information such as political boundaries, relief features, social and cultural features like temples, buildings, railway lines, etc. But it is not possible to draw the actual shape and size of these features on a map. So, they are showing certain letters, shades, colors, pictures, and lines. These signs and symbols give us lot of information in limited space. With the use of these symbols, map can be drawn easily. Let us try to draw some conventional symbols. Before that, I would like to know, why are they called conventional symbols? They are called because there is an agreement among many countries of the world about the common use of these signs, symbols, and colors. For example, blue is always show water bodies and green is used for plains, which you can see here on the map. Thus, these signs and symbols is called conventional signs and symbols. Let us have a look at some of the conventional signs and symbols which are very common and used. This sign stands for temple, and this one is used for settlements. To show metallic roads use V. Show this symbol and this for trees. Some of you might find it difficult to learn how may think about how to memorize them. But you don't need to worry, because on the map you can find the key of the map or map legend. What is this map legend? The map legend is a table of symbols printed on a map to give a better understanding or interpretation of it. With the help of this table, you can easily find out about a particular symbol and what it represents. For better understanding, let us have a look at this map legend, in which you can see signs and symbols for natural highway, road, rivers, lakes, government offices, schools, college, mosque, church, and temple. Now you can easily find out the location of these places on the map. Let us take an example of a church and find out where it is located in the given area. You know very well this sign is stand for the church. Here you can find the same sign, so you can say this is one of the locations where you can find the church. Clear? So, children, these are some of the internationally accepted signs and symbols which are used on a map. Even if you don't know the language of an area and therefore cannot ask someone for directions, you can collect the information of the maps with the help of these symbols, because maps have a universal language that can be understood by all.
In our country, the conventions used by Survey of India are followed by all the map makers. These conventional symbols are called as the topo sheets of Survey of India. Let us now see how relief features are represented on a map. Relief features are the features related to the landscape of a particular area. They include all the major physical features of the earth like mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus, and islands. India, which is located in southern part of Asia. It's the world's seventh largest country, and India is country of diverse platforms. There are mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus, coastline, some islands. The world famous mountains of Himalayas are located in the north and also known as the Northern Mountains of India. Right next to the Northern Mountains are the Northern Plains. These plains are very fertile and are irrigated by the Ganga, Yamuna, and Brahmaputra rivers. These rivers flow down from the Himalayas. In the west lays the famous Indian Great Desert, hot and dry region. It forms the natural boundary between India and its neighbor Pakistan. The Deccan Plateau is located in the southern part of the country. The coastal plains of India surround the Deccan Plateau or both eastern and western sides. Rewater bodies, that is the Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, and the Bay of Bengal also surround the Deccan Plateau on the west, south, and east, respectively. The Andaman and Nicobar group of islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep group of islands in the Arabian Sea and also part of India. The physical features of India make it a vast country. In India, people residing in different parts of the country belong to different ethnic groups and speak different languages. As heights of places cannot be represented on a flat map, a special symbol called contour or contour line is used. A contour line is a line joining the places with some common features. Contour lines are also called as isolines. First of all, we can see what are contour lines. Contour lines are imaginary lines used to join places with the same height above the mean sea level. Contour helps us tell the height of different relief features such as mountains, hills, etc. Contour lines interpolate places with the same height. Contour lines usually do not intersect. When they do, it means there is a cliff. See, as the slope becomes gentler, the contour lines become more widely spaced, and when the slope is steep, the contour line become less wider. Survey instruments help to find the heights of places above mean sea level. These heights of places are marked as spots on maps. These spots are called spot heights. Contour lines will be irregular in shapes depending upon the landforms. Atlas. A collection of maps in the form of a book is called an atlas. An atlas is a collection of maps. It is typically a bundle of maps of Earth or a region of Earth. Atlas have traditionally been bound into book form, but today many atlases are in multimedia formats. In addition to presenting geographic features and political boundaries, many atlases often feature geographical, social, religious, and economic statistics. They also have information about the map and places in it.
Okay, children, let us know what is aerial photography. Aerial photography is the taking of photographs of the ground from an elevated position. It can be taken by using aircrafts, helicopters, hot air balloons, etc. Aerial photographers are not maps. Let us know what is satellite imagery. Satellite imagery consists of images of Earth or other planets collected by satellites. These are used in many ways: map making, planning, meteorology, forestry, warfare, etc. Children, here a small video for you about satellite imagery.
Okay, children, with that I end today's class here. Let us recap the highlights of this chapter. Map is a visual representation of an entire area which illustrates specific and detailed features of a particular area, most frequently used to illustrate geography. Sumerians, present in Iraq, are the ones who brought the first human civilization to the world's history. Around 2600 years ago, the Babylonians people assumed the world to be in the shape of a round disk and thus created maps as a round disk with the inner circle of map showing all the cities, mountains, villages, rivers, oceans of their place. One of the famous Greek scholar named Claudius Ptolemy contributed a lot in the analysis and design of maps in the ancient time. Al-Idrisi is the name of a famous Arab map maker who prepared a world map for his king in 1154. In the 16th century, Gerardus Mercator, who is known as the father of Dutch cartography, carried out the proper work on maps. His projection on maps is called Mercator projection. During the British rule in India, James Runnel was appointed as the Surveyor General. He prepared one of the first survey-based map of India. In the year 1802, William Lambton started one of the most important geographical surveys in the world. The highest peak, Mount Everest, was named after Sir George Everest as he was the first person to measure its height. A thematic map is a type of map or chart especially designed to show a particular theme connected with a specific geographic area. Map makers generally use their own symbols, but some symbols are used conventionally by all the map makers. As heights of places cannot be represented on a flat map, a special symbol called contour or contour line is used. A contour line is a line joining the places with equal heights. Contour lines are also called as isolines. Let us know the keywords. First, projection. A forecast based on present trends. Next, geographer. A person who studied the physical features of the earth and of human activity as it relates to these. Cartography. The science of maps. Survive. To continue to live or exist. Symbols. Things or persons that represent something else. Conquer. Overcome and take control of a place or its people by military. Indicate. Point out or show. Destination. The place to which someone or something is going or being sent. Significance means importance. Next, perspective. The art of representing solid objects on a flat surface so as to give the impression of height, width, depth and relative distance. Exploration. Traveling through an unfamiliar area
in order to learn about it. Next, curvature. The fact of being curved or the degree to which something is curved. Next, indicate. Point out or show. Next, enthusiasm. Great enjoyment, interested or approval. Maritime. Relating to shipping or other activity taking place at sea. These are the some keywords of this lesson. Children, note it. Now, let us do a drag and drop an activity. The table on the screen gives the population density of some states of India according to Census 2011. Observe the table and color the states in the map according to the density of the population as given in the index by dragging and dropping the brush on to the map. Look at some of the maps given in your book and try to figure out the important features shown on them. Improve your learning. Read the questions and attempt the answers on your own. First question. Study the school atlas carefully by looking at various thematic maps. Study the school atlas carefully by looking at various thematic maps. Second question. Do you think the use of maps has changed between the time of ancient Greeks and now? In what way is it similar and different? I repeat it again. Do you think the use of maps has changed between the time of ancient Greeks and now? In what way is it similar and different? Third one. Many people believe that making of maps by the colonial powers was a more powerful tool for exploitation and control of the colonies than guns. Do you agree? Why? Many people believe that making of maps by the colonial powers was a more powerful tool for exploitation and control of the colonies than guns. Do you agree? Why? Fourth one. In what ways were the maps prepared by the British different from the one made by
Ptolemy or Idrisi? In what ways were the maps prepared by the British different from the one made by Ptolemy or Idrisi? Fifth one, read the text of page number 8 about the use of maps in our times and answer the following question. Read the text of page number 8 about the use of maps in our times and answer the following question. Question is, what are the various purposes for which maps are used in our times? What are the various purposes for which maps are used in our times? And last one, prepare a few questions to know about different types of maps. Prepare a few questions to know about different types of maps. These are the questions. Okay, children, with that, our lesson reading and analysis of maps completed. Hope you understood. Thank you.